What's up? It's your boy UAG back in the building with another episode. And in this one, could be a little different. I'm doing a prediction of Arcade 1UP in the year 2022. What can we expect? What do you think? Well, let's get into it. So first off, I think it's going to be a busy year, mostly due to some delays. I believe that a lot of products that would have probably normally come out this year is going to be pushed to next year. I think that's going to include Killer Instinct, Dragon's Lair, Terminator 2, just to name a few. I think those are all going to get pushed to next year. But what really is more important is what's new, what's on the horizon for 1UP. I'm going to go with the simple ones first. I think that we're going to be getting a new few editions of Pinball Wave 2. This is probably pretty safe to say. It was business as usual. They did well, but it could have been a lot better. And I think they learned from some mistakes and they're going to capitalize on that. i.e. probably giving us 1080p, giving us better specs in terms of the PCB board, so we have 1080p. Probably gonna have not rehash, but volume 2s. When we got these tables, there were only 10 tables per IP, so I believe we're gonna get volume 2 of Marvel, volume 2 of Star Wars, and probably a volume 2 of Williams tables, and maybe a new IP that we've never even seen. Probably kind of along the lines of what we see currently on the Apple Arcade. The Universal relationship with Arcade 1UP seems to be very strong, so we could possibly see that. Also, if you want to decipher the many conversations that John D has had over the internet, especially on your weekly retro party, which if you haven't been watching, you need to watch. He had mentioned a couple of things, and one of the things he said is that their goal is to bring a new IP for new games onto their thing. So like every year they want to have a new fighter, a new racer, a new gun game. So I think that's going to happen. John D is very deliberate in the things he says, and if you ever look back on it, he's pretty much made do on all those promises. Like this year we got KI. So I think next year we're going to get a new racer, and I'm going to say the technology hasn't jumped up astronomically, so I'm thinking that's going to be probably a pole position. I don't think we're in Daytona area yet or Cruising USA. So I'm going to say pole position is probably the one that we can say we can get. Gun games. That's interesting. What can we see? I don't know. Possibly House of the Dead or Time Crisis. But I believe we're going to get another gun game. So I'm going to say Time Crisis. That's pretty safe. I'm sure that the sun will come out tomorrow. And if I'm wrong, I'm not. Mortal Kombat verse online is coming. Online, I'm pretty sure, and I think they're gonna do it similar to the way that they did Big Blue. It's gonna have a good lineup. It's gonna have 1, 2, and 3. We'll not have 4. Probably we'll have Ultimate Mortal Kombat to give us 4 good Mortal Kombat games and a couple of other games where it'll be a couple of fighters. Probably going to look along the lines of the Midway Legacy, minus Paperboy, of course, because that just didn't work out. They'll be all online and they'll be fun. Now, I think the artwork is going to look very similar to the Mortal Kombat 1 minus Johnny Cage. I think it's going to look like the machine that, seeing the most recent stream of Michael B, he had mentioned the artwork that shows in Mortal Kombat 2, Liu Kang's Fatality, where it's basically the cabinet minus Johnny Cage. It has a dragon on the side with the same colors. I think that's definitely a possibility. We also know that Code Mystic has worked in the past with Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 online. So I think they're going to be behind this one as well. You got to make sure you you get that online playability locked in, and what better way than to get the guys that have achieved that time and time again. Also, speaking of John D, we did on the weekly retro show, we talked to John D deliberately about the possibility of other devices getting online capabilities, and he had mentioned the head-to-heads would. Unfortunately, he misspoke on the new ones that have been coming out, the Marvel Edition one. That is not going to be, but I believe that just lets us know for sure that we will be getting that in the next edition, which will probably be next year. So we can pretty much pencil, not even pencil, put that in the freaking marker, permanent marker. We will be getting head-to-heads with online capabilities, which is cool. We want to open that up to many form factors so we can get those lobbies very busy. We probably will be getting countercades that have similar things, but I don't believe it's going to be next year. I believe it'll be the year after or late in the year if we do get that. Also, like I said, he had mentioned we're going to, new IPs for each thing. So I've named a racing game, I named a gun game, and I think for the fighting game, I think we could see Virtual Fighter. We have entered the Polygon, the Simpsons Bowling. So we're in there, and I think that Virtual Fighter is a strong possibility to get done. They already have a healthy relationship with Sega, so it would just further that relationship, and it would be cool to see. So bring it on. Also, in the past, John D has mentioned Alien vs. Predator, and I also asked him quite candidly, how about a Big Blue? So he had mentioned that Big Blue will not be the last time we see a Big Blue. We'll probably get an updated version of Big Blue. They had many different models of that with the speakers facing on top of the marquee. So we probably would get a Big Blue Alien vs. Predator beat 'em up cabinet. Probably have like Final Fight, that maybe even Ghosts and Goblins, just to name a few. But I would kind of bet on that coming relatively soon. Also, I think we're going to be getting a couple more things, and this is probably not big surprises, but my predictions, I think we're going to be getting a bunch of new reskin legacy cabinets to kind of do that. So probably get a Tapper, because a lot of people love Tapper, but they don't think that could just sell on its own. It would be perfect on the legacy cabinet there. So you have that. Also believe that we're going to be getting other legacy cabinets from other publishers, probably like a Data East or Taito, just to name a few. There are other publishers that they work with, and they just have a healthy relationship. Maybe a Sega, who knows? But I believe we're going to see other legacy cabinets on our way next year from other publishers. Just who will it be? And then this is the creme de la creme, and if I get this, I'm gonna retire. Just like John D said, if he gets Donkey Kong, he's gonna retire. If I get this one right, I'm retiring. I believe that relationship that they just built with the NFL and the Miami Dolphins was just a starting point. I believe, speaking to Scott, said there's more to come. Reading between the lines, I think that means that they're going to get a couple more teams to buy on. If they get that, which I believe they will, I believe they already have a couple that they just haven't nailed down, or they're probably using this as a, say, look at what we did. This would work for you. They get those. I think by the end of year, they will at least announce that NFL Blitz would be coming. It's just a win-win relationship. And if that happens, I believe that NHL will follow suit and we'll get open ice. But the first domino to fall must be more teams signing up for the partnership with Arcade1Up. There is no reason, while the other companies may be playing chess, Arcade1Up is playing checkers. They are 2 steps ahead. These relationships that, we see now, they've been in the works for probably over a year. And we're just seeing them come to fruition. So I believe that they have this in the works and they really want to get this done, but they have to prove to the NFL that the demand is there. What better way than to show them, hey, look, if you go into your lounges, people are clamoring to play these things. It's just a natural relationship that people have. Video games and sports, especially sports games, they eat it up. Come join us. We'll have a healthy relationship. We'll sell tons of cabinets, and we will really knock it out the park. So I think those are my predictions for next year, guys. So let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with what I said. And if you don't agree with what I said, tell me what you think will never happen, or tell me your predictions. I love to hear from what you guys think. Do me a favor. Definitely hit that thumbs up so the channel can grow and other people can see this content. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is your home of Arcade1Up exclusives. Come join us for the ride. And until next time, keep gaming.